If she leaves, you do not chase. If she goes silent, you do not flinch. Why? Because you do not need to win the conversation. You already won the moment you mastered yourself. Third principle, shift the focus of attention. The average man makes everything revolve around her. He asks endless questions, compliments without purpose, and gives validation for free. You do something different. When she asks you a question, you return it with a deeper one. She says, "What do you like in a woman?" You answer, "Depends." Do you want to be desired or understood? That single question flips the polarity. Now she is the one seeking your approval, not the other way around. These responses do more than display emotional intelligence. They reveal strategic superiority. And superiority, when handled without arrogance, is one of the most powerful aphrodisiacs. Machiavelli wrote, "There is nothing harder to sustain than a new order. That is why maintaining your frame requires discipline. You will be tested, you will be challenged, but every test you pass becomes another brick in the fortress of your presence." And here lies one of the most ignored truths. The dominant frame does not shout, does not exaggerate, does not prove, it implies. If you must prove that you are valuable, you are not. If you can walk away in silence when you are not valued, your frame is already installed. True authority is silent. It shows in how you enter a room, in how you take up space without asking permission, in how you listen more than you speak, in how you decide when a conversation ends. Try this. Next time you talk to a woman, count how many times you react. Then shift the focus. Ask open-ended questions. Make observations that do not seek approval. Hold long pauses and remain comfortable in them. Watch the energy shift. You will see her start to adjust her rhythm to yours without even realizing it. And here's a final tactic, little known but lethal. The frame by omission, meaning what you don't say also speaks. She asks, "Why don't you have a girlfriend?" You smile and say, "Let's just say I'm more selective than most." That answer disarms, suggests, and elevates your status without justification. And now, the golden closure of this principle. Your frame is not explained, it is felt. If you must say you are alpha, you are not. If you must justify your confidence, you have already lost it. But if you can stand in front of a woman without the need to prove anything, you have already won. That, brother, is the Machiavellian essence applied to the modern battlefield, the conversation. Attraction is never logical. It is biological. It does not respond to what you think should work. It responds to what awakens her most primitive subconscious. Machiavelli, though a politician, understood the animal side of human nature. He knew that people are not moved by reason, but by emotion. And if that truth governs entire nations, imagine how deeply it rules the mind of a single woman standing before you. There is an illusion that destroys thousands of men. The belief that they can convince her with logic, that if they simply explain their good intentions, she will choose them. But the female subconscious does not seek logic. It seeks power, direction, leadership, emotional control, and genetic rarity. It searches for invisible signals, cues that tell her whether she can trust you, not with her mind, but with her instinct. Attraction is never something you create by choice. It is something she cannot help but feel. If you try to force it, you destroy it. If you embody it, you awaken it. And this is where Machiavellian psychology begins to unfold. He understood that true control is not over the other person, but over the perception the other person has of you. If you can install an image of unshakable composure, her instinct will start to see you as a reference point, a presence worth orbiting around. But be careful, that image is not built with arrogance or words, it is built with energy. Have you ever noticed how some men carry a weight in their presence that has nothing to do with Saibirg? That is inner calm, the kind that never seeks approval. That relaxed posture that says, "I do not chase. I set the pace." When you are with a woman, every fiber of your being is transmitting signals. The tone of your voice, the rhythm of your speech, the way you take up space, the depth of your breathing. All of it tells her whether you are a man who can lead, protect, and challenge. Machiavelli said, "The perception of power is as important as power itself." So even if you are still building yourself, you can still be perceived as powerful if you learn to control what you project, not by pretending, but by embodying. Do not say you are ambitious. Show it in how you talk about your plans without needing her validation. Do not say you are emotionally mature. Show it by staying calm in the middle of her emotional storm, anchored in your center. That, brother, is what her biological radar detects. Not your clothes, not your height, not your income, but whether you can hold your ground when she tests your limits. And how does she test those limits? Through sarcasm, through silence, through contradictions and sudden shifts of mood. She does not do it because she is cruel. She does it because her subconscious needs to know, can I trust this man when the storm comes? Because real attraction is never born in comfort. It is revealed in tension. And here lies a brutal truth. She wants to feel that you can lead even when she loses control. She does